Hey Pixies! Today we're doing a French dip manicure using Double Dip's French dip kit, and it comes with their dip liquids, and it comes with a few other colors. It comes with a nude, a beige pink, a rose pink, a pinky pink, a soft white, and a clear base. I believe those are all the colors that come with it. I'm just showing you now all those different colors. And today we're using pinky pink and soft white for our manicure. So I'm going to be using their tray that comes with it that you put your powder in to dip into. So this is my second attempt at a French dip manicure. I had attempted it probably about 10 months ago and it didn't go real well, so I never attempted it again, but we're back to try it again now that I have a little bit more dipping experience. So what I'm going to first do is take the soft white color and put that into the tray. And I'm just showing you the colors I'm using. I'm using that pinky pink as the bottom color, and then the soft white, which I'm putting in the tray now, will be our tips. So I'm just putting that into the tray, and then you want to level it out so that you can easily slide your finger into it, which is really important because I'm doing 2 dips of the soft white, and you need to line it up with the second dip so that you don't go over the line that you created, the smile line. So make sure it's nice and level. I'm going to apply the double dip base to my entire nail. Once I have that applied, I'm going to slowly, very slowly dip into that soft white, and it creates your smile line. I just go back as far as I think it should be. I tried to follow my own smile lines, so I'm just dipping into that, tapping off the excess, and you want to make sure that whenever you tap off the excess, you're angling your finger down. You don't want to flip your finger or anything, get any of that white where you don't want it. And then I just poured over the pinky pink color because that base was still wet. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to apply my double dip base to that same finger. I did it finger by finger, so I did each finger at a time before I moved on. And I'm slowly dipping in up to the edge of the smile line that we created before, angling my finger down, tapping off the excess, and then pouring on the pinky pink, which I pour on, and then whenever I tap that off, I angle my finger down again because I want it to kind of go over top of that soft white. And I'm just cleaning up the excess with my cuticle. Well, I don't use a cuticle pusher, I use my toothpick. So I'm cleaning up the edges with my toothpick and then dusting off the excess. And so far, I'm really pleased. It's looking really good. So I'm going to move on to my middle finger, apply that dip base to the entire nail. And then I'm going to, again, very slowly slide my finger into that soft white to where, and I leveled out the tray as you saw. You want to level it out. And I slid very slowly into it and created that smile line. Once I'm happy with it, I go ahead and pour on the pinky pink color and tap that off as well. And I will do a second dip on that finger. Like I said, for this one, I kind of liked to focus on one finger at a time before I moved on to the next. So I was just missing a little spot of the pinky pink at my cuticle area there. So I just real quick put the base of my finger into that pinky pink color there to cover that little spot. I think I pulled it off with my toothpick whenever I was scraping the edges. So now I'm just applying my double dip base again, leveling out the tray, and very slowly dipping into that to where the edge of the smile line I first created is. So I'm dipping into that. I was missing a little spot there, so I just dipped in real quick again, tapped off that excess, angling my finger down, and now I'm pouring on that pinky pink and tapping off the excess, cleaning up the edges, and then we'll move on to the next finger. So I'm just repeating those steps on each finger. I'll let you watch me do that, and I'll be back. Now that we're done with our colors, we're going to do a dip of clear. So I am going to put on my double dip base on each nail and do one dip of clear, and that will encapsulate the manicure so that you don't have any white spots after buffing and filing. If you're not doing a dip of clear and you're getting little white spots on your manicure on your finished product, then you should be encapsulating, because what you're doing is when you're buffing and filing, you're buffing and filing off that color, and then it's leaving a little white spot behind. So I did one dip of clear. It depends on the manicure. Sometimes I encapsulate in gel. Sometimes I use my clear dip powder. Sometimes I have to do 2 layers of clear. It really depends on what kind of manicure I'm doing. But for this one, I didn't feel like I had to do a lot of buffing and filing, so I just do the one dip of clear, and that will protect everything then whenever I'm buffing and filing in my next step. That way I don't have any little white spots or, wipe off that smile line I just spent so much time creating. So this is just a good step so that you don't ruin all of your hard work that you just did. So once I'm done with that one dip of clear, I'm going to dust off the excess, use my activator to harden everything. I wait about 1 to 2 minutes before I start buffing and filing, which I do off camera. So right here I'm applying the activator, and then I'll buff, file, and reshape, and I will be back. After I'm done buffing and filing, reshaping my nails, I like to take an alcohol prep pad and just wipe everything up. You don't want any of that dust on there whenever you go to do your top coat, because that could stick in the top coat then. So you just want to make sure you either rinse your hand with just water and then dry everything off, or use an alcohol prep pad or something like I just did. So I am going to apply my second layer of activator. So I'm going to apply that and wait about a minute, and then I wipe it off with a paper towel. Then we'll be ready to top coat. So I'm just applying that activator, and now we are going to get our top coat out. I waited, like I said, about a minute, wiped it off with a paper towel. Now I'm applying my double dip top coat. The first layer is 2 to 3 quick brush strokes per nail, and I'm wiping off my brush on the paper towel before I put it back in the bottle. Since I just had activator on my nails, I don't want my brush to harden, so I'm just giving it a quick swipe on the paper towel before I put it back in the bottle. And then I wait about 30 seconds and I do my second layer of top coat. So now we're going to apply that second layer, which can be much more detailed. You can cap your free ends, and look at the shine from that double dip top coat. They are by far my favorite dip liquids to use. I love them. I have never really had an issue. I did have a top coat brush harden on me once, but I didn't even have to end up replacing it, because you can get replacement brush heads from double dip. I didn't have to replace it. After it sat in the bottle for about a day or two, it was perfectly fine then after that. So I just love the double dip liquids, because the ones I was using before, I always had issues with the top coat drying. With this one, it is so shiny and beautiful. I never have an issue with it drying matte or spotty. So if you're in the market for some dip liquids, definitely check out Double Dips. This is our finished product. I absolutely love it. I used to go to the salon and get acrylics and a French dip all the time. So I love that I can do this at home. I'm just applying my cuticle oil. While I do that, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. To see more content, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any videos. If you have any questions or video suggestions, leave a comment below, or you can find me on Instagram at dippingpixie. I'd love to see you over there as well. That is it for this one, guys, and I will see you in the next one.